I wanted to share with you some observations that I observed in my group mentoring sessions. These are the sessions where I work with kids and online, and I share my observations of what to take care of while you're working with your child. Now, simple things you are aware of that we provide vestibular opportunities to kids, which involve swinging, bouncing on a ball. It may involve merry-go-round. It may involve sitting on those, adventure rides, the giant wheels, and going to a adventure park. All of that is vestibular input. So when we provide the vestibular input opportunities to our kids, it's very important is what is your state. I keep talking about your state and your state and your state because in many sessions, if I'm providing an opportunity where a child is sitting on a swing, okay, in a garden and just moving front and back, and if I'm very impulsive and I'm like, okay, go fast, okay, go slow, okay, this is done, okay, now get down, okay, now let's go on the slide, okay, slide done, now let's go on this jungle gym, okay, jungle gym done, where I am being the manager, I'm managing everything that the child would do, micromanaging rather. If I do that, I'm not allowing the child to decide what he wants to do, how long he wants to do, and I'm not giving that space to a child to explore and understand how that input feels in his body, you know. So, one step that I would really avoid is to constantly keep prompting the child to move from one activity to another. Most of the times, it's our anxiety and it's our fear. When I talk to a lot of these parents, when I'm doing my group mentoring sessions, and I'm like, why are you prompting? Can you just wait for some time and see if your child is comfortable? They're like, what if he never chooses? What if she never goes to the next activity? So it is more about the fear that we feel about our kids. It's our anxiety. It's our impatience. It. And I'm not saying it because I want you to feel guilty about it. No, I want you to become more aware when you interact with your kid, when you provide the vestibular opportunity. Are you prompting too much? Do you have this tendency to feel, oh my God, I don't think he'll manage? Oh, I don't think he'll be able to sit for 10 minutes. Oh, I don't think, yesterday itself, there was this child who was cycling, and I said, wow, this child is cycling really well. And she said, you know what? It took me a lot of time to get her ready to even cycle is a big task. And I'm not saying it's not, it is. For some kids, it takes a lot of time. But in that video, this child, when she was cycling, she seemed to be enjoying cycling. And I said, yeah, definitely, I get it. But here she's enjoying cycling. And she's like, no, but it takes me a lot of time to get her to do that. Why am I sharing this? Is that when we fight for the things, or we acknowledge, or we put a highlight on things which are limiting us. Yeah, let me explain this. So, with this girl, she was able to cycle well. I can put a spotlight there that sees so well she's cycling. Yeah, it took me a lot of effort to get her to cycle, to get her to come on the cycle. But look at her now. She's cycling so well. But here the spotlight was, it took me a lot of time. It takes me a lot of time. And that she's cycling well was not even highlighted. When we keep focusing on what a child can't do, and maybe we forget, or we kind of, we're not appreciating what a child is able to do now, then all that we see is what a child can't do. So it's about our perspective, it's about our anxiety, it's about our impatience. Why am I saying this? Because it makes you realize that you have the power. If you work on being patient with your child, you've given them a swing, the child is swinging, you're waiting patiently. You're waiting for as long as the child wants to swing. You take care of safety. You take care it's not too much, and your child is not hurting anybody. All that you take care of. But what I'm trying to tell you is the power is within you. If your child is calm and swinging very well, and you're speaking very loudly and very fast, and you're moving from one swing, one activity to another, it will not let the child stay in that state for long. It will not let your child experience that state for that long. So, your impatience can be changed to being more patient. Your micromanaging can shift to you being more taking a back seat where you're just observing and helping only when needed. your prompting can shift to being more appreciating what your child is doing well. Your fact that you're like, oh, he can't do this, he can't do this, to, oh, see, these are the things that my child can do well. It's just a shift in perspective. All of this is a very, 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 very big factor in the success of therapy, because re- how you are in that relationship will really, really impact what your child feels about himself. So if you can take these pointers in your mind, and when you're providing the input, those opportunities in the park, in the garden, be aware of what you're thinking. What are you talking? Do you need to talk that much? And when I say all of it, do you think I'm perfect? No. I also prompt a lot. But yeah, there is a voice in my head which says, Reena, just stop it. You're talking too much. Can you just pause? Stop talking. You're moving your hands too much. Just pause. Wait. Why are you prompting so much? Oh, you're only seeing what this child can't do. What are the things that you feel this child can do? It's a constant, what you say, work, internal work that would be required within you, so that you can change yourself. Because when you change yourself, the way you conduct the or provide the sensory diet to your child, and the way your child feels it would change immensely. So I just wanted to share this small little thing, because this is a very important factor. I have worked with kids who are very able, very good, but the parents are too anxious, always prompting, always saying what the child can't do. And then there are kids that I know who are very severe or moderately autistic. They have autism, which is moderate in level, but these parents are very calm, very quiet, very relaxed. They provide that space. They provide the space even if the child is comfortable, experiencing comfortable emotions, experiencing uncomfortable emotions. They are just there, calm, relaxed. And these kids, where when they get that kind of an environment of safety, they improve at a much faster pace. Kids are like plants. So if you put a plant outdoors, and you water it well and you give enough sunlight, the plant will grow up very well. Same way with our kids, the environment matters. And here in this case, it's the emotional environment in our head, which is what our kids are picking up. So, a small strategy, a small tip, but it would help you. Believe me, it will really help you. Use it and let me know how it helped you, how it is helping your child to get better than where he is. Okay.